Hello and welcome to Saturday Night Crafting. I'm on time this week, which is really exciting. I have a really fun technique and I've got 4 cards to share with you. These are the 4 finished cards. They're really fun to do and super easy as well. For my products today, I'm going to use some watercolor cards. I've got the Arteza watercolor card. It is my favorite by far. It works brilliant for me every time and I can get tons of cards out of one pack of paper. I'm also going to use some low tack tape. This is the mint tape from scrapbook.com. And I will share all the links to everything I used today in the description box below if they are still available. Anything I forget, just tell me because I'm very good at that. These are the first colors we're going to start out with. The colors that I used today I'll also put in the description box so you can pop down there and see what color combos I used. I went online and searched distress ink color combinations, found a bunch, picked some that I liked the look of, and then when I didn't have the color that I needed, I just substituted with what I did have that was a similar shade. So I've pre-cut my watercolor card down. I also am using some paper towel, which I don't normally like to use in my crafting because I don't like the waste of it. So I'm hoping I can figure out something to do with it and how to make it into a card when I'm finished. But all I'm doing to get started is ink blending. So I'm using these color combinations and I am just ink blending them onto my card. I've got 4 colors for every single card that I've done. And I'm just simply adding the color on, blending them over with my blending brushes back and forth. These blending brushes are from Craft Stash. I can link them for you down below. You can think you get a set of 10 of them. They're quite good, and I just wash them in between all my uses. So I take them, wash them, let them dry a couple days. I've got about 20 of the Craft Stash ones. I think I've got 2 sets of them now. For my first card, I'm going to use this flower set, which is new from Jane Gill. And what we're going to do is we are going to spray water on our stamp. So we are stamping with water and that allows us to lift the color. So this is where the paper towel comes in handy. I could probably use a cloth, but it's not going to absorb as quick as the paper towel does. So when you take that paper towel and add it on top, or kitchen roll, sorry, if you're in Europe or the UK, it just pulls that color up a bit faster. So you will get a really cool impression if you spritz it with water and let it sit, like lift your stamp up and let it sit, but it'll be a really subtle, really subtle image. This way we're lifting it up. Now before the next step, make sure it's dry. You don't want to be doing this when it's wet because your colors will just blend. So I'm using the same colors, but I'm using oxides this time. It just kind of pops a bit more. So I'm using 2 of the same colors because I don't have all the colors I used. So I'm going to use these 2 and I'm going to stamp on top. So this is our double stamp. So the first stamp we stamped down and then we removed. And then now we're going to stamp this next one down. So I guess it should be stamp, remove, stamp as my title. But anyways, it's a really fun technique. You could use your normal distress inks and just stamp that on top if you don't have oxides, but I like how this one is kind of a white opaque look, so you get this kind of contrast on those bright colors. For my next one, I'm going to add a border, so I'm going to give it sort of a fake border. So I'm using my low tack mint tape to cover up just the edges of my card, which gives me that nice bit of white or cream color still staying as its normal color underneath that tape. So I'm just going to put that down on all 4 sides. My next colors are here, and again, card number 2 will be in the description box so you can look at those colors, what they are. I can't read while I'm doing my voiceover, so I've got no idea what the colors are and I can't remember and I can't talk that fast. So the colors are in the description box for you. My next set is this set from Sam Kolka. I saw it online and I thought I have to have it. I have an addiction for butterflies, so I ordered that. Came this week, really exciting. Now these are not photopolymer stamps anymore. Craft Stash have moved away from proper photopolymer for their branded products, so they're now using the sort of silicone polymer, the stuff that doesn't grip ink as well. So for this one here, I am, sorry, that looked like a bug, but it was a lid to my glue. So I've done the same thing. The water resist, the water lifting technique still works just the same. But when you go to stamp, you're going to really struggle to pick up ink sometimes. So if you're using a pigment ink, you're fine. But with oxides, it's going to struggle to hold it. The stamp is just not the same as a proper photopolymer. So in order to get it to work like a photopolymer stamp, you can ink it up with some Versamark, which is what I'm doing here. So Versamark is the clear sticky ink that you would use for embossing. And I am stamping that onto my stamp, which then allows the oxide ink to attach to my stamp and stick, and then that way we can stamp with it just like we would a normal stamp. So here you can see when we've removed that tape, we've given that border, but when I add that second layer of stamping, I'm going to stamp over that border. Now, just as a quick reminder, if you really do enjoy my content, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You can hit the bell for the notifications, which will tell you when I have a new video produced, which is usually every Wednesday and Saturday. So here you can see all my finished little card panels. I did 2 more there. I'll have those stamps down in the description if you want to find them. And all I've done is made my card bases using a cream colored card rather than white so that it blends well with my watercolor card. I went ahead and adhered those to my cards, and now we're going to finish them off. This is new in my stash. Now, super exciting. I have ordered 2 massive orders from scrapbook.com, and in the UK, we normally get charged a fee by Royal Mail. So I pay for the products, I pay for the shipping from scrapbook.com, which actually is really reasonable and not expensive, which is nice, and they often do sales. But then when it would get here, Royal Mail would then say, here's £25 fees, pay us if you want your products. So I would end up paying so much money to get these products in my stash. And now I've ordered 2 massive orders and not been dinged at all. So it is super fun. So I will be shopping from scrapbook.com probably a lot more when I want to order products. There's loads that I want from there. But these stamps and dies I have wanted for ages. And I have been holding off and holding off and holding off. And then finally I thought, well, there's a big sale on lots of stuff. I'm going to order these and have fun with them. And I'm so glad I did. Now I've got them in my stash, I'm probably going to get the rest. These are super fun and fantastic. I've had some of these kind of stamps and dies before. All you have to do is stamp them down and then line up the die over those little black squares, and it die cuts them all out in one go. So I will go ahead and do this probably this weekend. I will bulk stamp and die cut a whole ton of sentiments in all kinds of colors, and then I'll have them in one box ready to go, and then I can just stick them onto my cards. Really quick and really easy, and these are actually quite inexpensive compared to a lot of other brands, so I really like this collection. Again, I'll put this down below for you. I've got 3 of the stamps, but they always do loads of stamps that line up with the one die, and I love that, where you can get lots of products and you don't have to buy all individual dies to go with them, so it's really good value for money. I've also picked up some of these strips. They're great for shaker cards as well as attaching sentiments. These were on offer, so I bought some of those as well, and you get tons in this pack, and they're really, really long. So out of one strip, I did all 3 of these sentiments and stuck them down. Next thing that I got, I'm so sorry, I had so much fun shopping. These I think were 50% off, and so I was like, woohoo! And these are the skinny dies. I have always wanted some of these. You can pack whole tons of words on your cards with these dies. You get the lowercase and the uppercase. I don't work for scrapbook.com, by the way, and I don't get any supplies from them for free. I pay for all of these. I'm just so super thrilled. Look, that's thank you. All in one blob. And what I love is when I can have dies that I can use my mini little die cutter with, because it means I just can stick it right on my desk and just bosh out all my die cuts. So I've got the whole thank you on there. The one top tip I could give you is there's little holes where you can poke out the letters. Make sure they're all lined up on one side, and then stick a bit of that mint tape on. On the other side, you can run it through your die cut machine. You can peel off the backing paper, and then you can pop them all out without having to take your mint tape off. So I went ahead and die cut out 4 thank yous, and it took me just a couple minutes to do because I didn't have to line up those dies every time. I just cut up a piece of black cardstock to fit my little die cutting panel or my die cutting plate, and then I just slapped those on there and die cut them all out. And then I've got thank you all ready to go. Now, to stick them on the card, super simple and easy. Feels faffy when you first get them out because they're teeny tiny. But if you've got some of these dies in your stash already, this is a top tip. Take that mint tape, stick them all together. I put a ruler on my desk so that I had a nice flat edge to kind of line them up against, and make sure they're all level because they're all the same height. So it's really nice. And then you can take that mint tape, pick them all up in one go. Take some liquid glue. I've loved this liquid glue because it's quite liquid glue. It's quite thick, so it doesn't go runny on me. It doesn't warp my cardstock ever. I really love it. And all I'm going to do is just put a really thin layer on the back of those letters, stick it straight onto my card, push the areas that's not under the mint tape, and literally just pull off the mint tape. Super fast. I love it. I love the result. The black on the bright colors really stands out and really pops. And because the letters are so skinny, I can get whole words on my cards. Then again, I can use up these little sentiment strips, pop one of those on. You could also take your leftover brush, the ink that's on your brush, and you could color the little sentiments as well. And so to finish off the card, I just stuck on some little diamantes onto my butterfly antennas. On this one, I stuck on some little gems and made the little flowers pop a bit more. And here's a really great masculine card where I did happy birthday. That whole birthday fits on there really nicely. And I colored in the little die cut. And here's my favorite leaves again from Catherine Pooler. They worked really well. I might add some glitter to those leaves. And I did hug in holographic cardstock from Rainbow Card in the UK. Now, that's all my cards. If you would like a house update, this is my loft currently. So some of you know I am converting, or my husband and I are converting, I'm doing all the decision making it seems. We are converting our loft into 2 rooms. One will be our master bedroom and one will be my craft office. So here are our stairs with this gorgeous Velux window over the stairs. And this is my new craft office. We are just waiting on the plasterer to come in about a week's time. He'll plaster all the walls. Then we can get our fixtures on. And then we can get the flooring in and the painting and decorating done, and we can move in there. So this is the back of my craft office. Here's our new master ensuite bedroom. They do look really huge, and they are big rooms, but they're not as giant as my camera makes them out to be. But we've got a couple wardrobes there on the left. We can actually see the kids playing at school, where my kids go to school, through our windows at the front of the house, which is really fun. And here's our ensuite bathroom, where we can have a shower, standing shower, toilet sink, and radiator. So I hope you had fun with me tonight. I really hope you have a go with this technique. It's really easy and fun and quite satisfying results. So take care, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye!